Well, hello friends, hello viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel at Be OK Zone. Briefly, I'm going to be taking you through some Jamb likely questions you can see in your forthcoming Jamb on biology. So let's get straight to the point. For instance, you see a question like this. A flowering plant having both the male and female flowers on the same plant is termed what? What kind of flower is that? A. Regular. B. Dioecious. C. Irregular. D. Monoecious. Now, how do you pick the answer? A flowering plant having both, this should be your consideration, having both the male and the female flowers on the same plant. Now, what is regular? In botany, botany can be defined as a study of plants, right? Botany is what? The study of plants. Okay, so in botany, when you hear the word regular, it means that that plant is symmetrical. That's to say, it can be divided into two equal halves. Okay, so that's what the word here regular means. Now, to answer this other part of it, irregular means what? Asymmetrical. The first one, regular, means what? Symmetrical. It is what? Symmetrical. Okay, whereas the irregular means what? Asymmetrical. That is to say, it can be divided into two equal halves. So we've answered this question, option A and C. Now, what is dioecious? Dioecious simply means a plant having what? A male flower separately and a female flower separately. For instance, on flower A you have the male flower. Then on flower B you have what? The female flower. Now, in dioecious plants per se, or flower, this kind of what's it called, pollination takes place. A cross pollination takes place there. Okay, so cross pollination can be exhibited in dioecious plants, whereas monoecious means what? A plant having what? Both the male and the female flower plant on it. For instance, let me say on this now. Okay, this is the flower. Let me just assume this is the flower. Now you're having what? The male here and also what? The female here. So it means here in this flower, self-pollination can take place here. So in the monoecious flower, we have a kind of self-pollination that can occur here, whereas in dioecious we have cross-pollination. Okay, so from our question, we asked that a flowering plant having both the male and the female flowers on the same plant is termed what? A. Regular. I've explained regular. Regular means what? A plant having what? That can be divided into equal halves. Okay, that is symmetrical. Now, B is dioecious plant. That's a plant that has what? The male and the female flower on different plants. Do you understand it now? And C, irregular, means what? Asymmetrical. That's to say, it can be divided into equal halves. You understand? Then D, monoecious, means what? A plant having what? Both the male and the female flower on it. Okay, so the answer here is what? Monoecious. Okay, so the next question says the basis of growth include the following processes except. Now, out of these options, which of them promotes the basis of growth? A. Cell division. B. Cell differentiation. C. Cell enlargement. D. And cell reduction. Now, what is cell division? Cell division is a process whereby cells are being replicated. Now, when there is a replication, it means there is an increase in size of the cell, right? So that supports growth. Now, B says cell differentiation. What is differentiation? At this point, cells are not differentiated to perform specific function. Now, this will take us to what we call levels of organization. Okay, let me write it down here. Okay, so we have levels of organization whereby cell moves towards form what we call the tissue. Okay, from tissue we have the organ, and from the organ we have the system. So at this point, cell is multiplying. So this cell differentiation permits or support the basis of growth Okay, so we have cell enlargement. Yes, when cell divides, what happens? They will tend to what? Enlarge, that's increase in size. So when there's an increase in size, that permits what? The basis of growth. Okay, now this says what? Cell reduction. The word itself will speak of itself. Cell reduction, that's there's a decrease. Now this can lead to what? The cell of death or death of cell. That is what we call what? Apoptosis. Okay, apoptosis simply means what? Death of cell. So when there is this, when there's a death of cell, what happens? The cell will tends to what? Decrease in size. So cell reduction here does not support the basis of growth because there's a reduction of what? Cell. So the basis of growth involves the following processes except what? Cell reduction. Is that taken? Let's go to the next question. Number 3 says, which of the following pairs of organisms are photosynthetic? What are photosynthetic organisms? Or yes, organisms per se. Now these are organisms that have the ability to what? To photosynthesize. That's to use light what? To synthesize their own food. Okay, so let's go. We have A, non-stock and plasmodium. B, we have volvulus and rhizopus. C, we have amoeba and paramecium. D, we have euglena and what? Chlamydomonas. Now let's attempt this question. Okay, so non-stock is a what? A cyanobacteria. Okay, it is photosynthetic in nature, yes, but plasmodium, that's the pair. Plasmodium is what causes what? That causes what? Malaria. It is a parasite, a protozoan parasite that causes what? Malaria. So please take note, mosquito does not cause what? Malaria. Mosquito is only a vector. Okay, it's a vector that carries what? This plasmodium. Okay, mosquito is a vector that carries what? The plasmodium. Okay, so mosquito carries this plasmodium, that's the protozoan, a parasitic what? Protozoan. Okay, so mosquito does not cause what? Malaria. Please take note. What causes malaria is what? The plasmodium, that's the protozoa, the parasitic protozoa. So mosquito is only what? A vector, that's a motor that carries it. Okay, do you understand? So we have non-stock as a cyanobacteria that is photosynthetic, yes, but plasmodium is not photosynthetic. Okay, it is what? A parasite that's heterotrophic in nature. Take note. B, volvulus and what? Rhizopus. Volvulus itself is also what? An algae. Okay, it is photosynthetic, but rhizopus is what? A fungi. Take note. Rhizopus is a fungi, okay, and they are what? Heterotrophic in nature. Now C says amoeba and paramecium. Amoeba and paramecium is they are what? They are both protozoans. Take note, okay. Now we have euglena and what? Chlamydomonas. Now this pair are photosynthetic in nature because euglena, take note, euglena is what? Both it has plant-like characteristics and what? Animal-like what? Characteristics. So in the absence of light, it becomes what? It takes what? It exhibits the characteristics of what? An animal. So euglena is both what? Plant-like and what? Animal-like. That's it shares what? The same what? Characteristics. So it is what? Photosynthetic in nature. And Chlamydomonas as well is also what? Photosynthetic in nature. Do you understand it? Now, so the option here that is correct is what? Euglena and what? Chlamydomonas. So in my next video, I'm going to be treating on the topic classification of living things. We're going to classify living things from kingdom downward to the species level. And also we're going to attempt some questions that you can actually see in your forthcoming exams. Thank you for watching. Please do well to subscribe and do well to share my video if you found value in this video. Thank you and bye for now. Bye-bye.